Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here, as promised, ready to dive back into the Ultimate General Civil War. No infantry challenge. This is going to be a tough one, I think. It took me a while to remember what this battle was like, but I went in and just took a look at it, and now I remember. And it's going to be a challenge, I think. So I'm going to have to get a little creative. Every so often, some of these battles, because of the small size of my forces, not having actual infantry brigades, makes it a challenge. And this is going to be one of those, because he's going to bring 13,500 soldiers and 58 guns. I only get 13 brigades, which means with the 4 batteries that I'm bringing, it's going to give me about 8,000 men. So even if I took no artillery whatsoever, I still would have a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to try something unique with this one. I'm going to try to kind of consolidate around the town. Unfortunately, there's absolutely no way that I can hold the entire objective with the number of troops I have. So I've got a couple of ideas. One is that I just consolidate right here around the town and just defend that area, let him come at me, and then I've got really short lines of lines to be able to back up and reinforce as needed. Or I've also considered maybe holding the edge here at the edge of the woods and then building around right here. But that spreads me out a little more, and I'm not entirely sure I can do that. So I think I'll probably go with the first idea. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of dive right into this. I have no melee cavalry for this one. I just don't see how, with my limited manpower, that is advantageous for me. So the first thing I've got to do is I've got to get all of these mounted infantry troops dismounted. And the 4 units of artillery that I have are all fairly powerful. I've got 24 pounders, 12-pound Napoleons here, some 20-pound Parrots, and then another set of 12-pound Napoleons. They're all 2-star. It wouldn't let me add more men to this one without also adding another gun. I'm not sure why that happens sometimes, but that was the case here. Alright, so once they're dismounted, I can start getting them into position. I'm going to just give up this objective for now over here, and then just plan on taking it back when the opportunity presents itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few of these units behind the other ones so that when he does try to break through, I've got reserve so that I can kind of back them up. Because I imagine if he concentrates on one area, he's going to break through my line, and I don't want him overrunning my artillery. So we'll issue hold orders to these folks that aren't in any kind of fortification. And we're just going to let him take this for now. And my goal, I guess, is that over the course of 4 hours, I'll inflict enough casualties on him to where I can eventually take it back with a counterattack. He's going to outnumber me to start by about 5,000 men, pretty much almost 2 to 1. Only thing I'm worried about here is that my artillery is going to be constantly turning from one place to another depending on where his attack comes. So the city of Winchester, the town of Winchester, not really a city, was at the northern end of the Shenandoah Valley, which was called the breadbasket of the Confederacy. And so being at basically the northern entrance to one of the most important strategic locations for the Confederate Army, it was constantly fought over. And the town of Winchester changed hands dozens and dozens of times. I think it was something like 60 or 70 times during the war. I had a great uncle. My great-great-great-grandmother's brother was killed. He was with the 1st West Virginia Infantry. and he was killed at the battle, the second battle of Kernstown, I think it was. No, the Battle of Kernstown, which I think was fought in 1862. It was one of the battles around Winchester. He fought there along with 3 of his brothers. They were all in Company C of the 1st West Virginia. All right, and see, this is what I figured was going to happen. That he would burst right in on one of these locations. So we'll just kind of put a lot of fire on him here and hopefully drive him back before his help arrives. All right, we drove Daniel off. Now he's coming back here. Let's pull these guys back. Garfield. Got to be careful with Burnside. He's already lost about 43 men, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you only have 750 to begin with, it is. He's going to start shifting over. He's probably going to take this objective here at some point. All right, here he comes again. Now he's coming at 2 locations at once. This is going to get a little hairy now. All right, Burnside just got routed. So they've taken that objective. I knew that they would. I got to move these 12-pound Napoleons a little closer over here. Oh, don't route that way, Burnside. Come on, guys. All right, I want to pause real quick. He outnumbered me by about 5,000 men to start. Let's see where that stands now. I've got to bring that number down. Now it's actually about 4,600. Okay. So we brought it down a little bit. So far, I've already lost about 300 men and lost one of my guns. He's lost about 800 men. That's not good enough. It's going to have to be better than that. I'm okay here as long as he doesn't come up at me and hit Carroll in his flank. I'm going to get Wagner up here to help out. I'm going to send Stanley over here just to cover this side so he doesn't sneak in on me. Get these 12-pounders up here. All right, he's trying to shift further over this way. That's okay because I've got help there. I don't have help over here, so I've got to be careful here. He's gonna load up and probably just park on that objective. I'm hoping it doesn't end the battle when that military post is no longer contested. That would be unfortunate. Find out here in a minute. Whew. Alright, that's what I was afraid of. Carroll's in range of Iverson's guns here now on the flank. Alright, so we're good. Military post was captured, but it didn't end the battle. So I don't know how I feel about going toe-to-toe with these guys over here, but it seems like it's going okay so far. Maybe not for the 40th Kentucky, but for everybody else. Oh, jeez. Okay. He's coming up at Upton now. Let's see if we can get into O'Neill's flank. I'm going to pause again. Like I said, I knew this was going to be a challenge. All right, so now it's down to about 3,900 men is his advantage. So I am reducing that number, but I've lost 10% of my force already. And he's still got, he's only lost about 2,000, so he's lost not even 20%. So I'm not inflicting the casualties that I need to so far. Still lots of time, though. I'm just worried about the 40th Kentucky because they're basically inflicting even odds right now, and that's not good enough. I've got to basically destroy everybody out here so that I am free to go in and take the other objective back when the time comes. I'm gonna move these guns up a little closer. I need to get in range for making use of the smoothbores. I'm gonna mount Burnside up. I don't know what he's got up here besides artillery, but I'm gonna see if I can get up here on Hayes' flank. He's basically staying out at the edge here and trying to take advantage of the fact that he's got longer range weapons. Alright, looks like this may work. I don't think his guns are going to hit me. I know he's got some up there somewhere. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, now we're at about 3,900 man advantage. Now let's do this. Let's mount Gavin up. I'm going to go up and see if I can take out his guns. Hopefully we're good on supply. Yeah, everybody's staying supplied. All right, let's turn Wagner. He's going to push in and start hitting my Napoleons here. So we've got to rout him quickly. Okay, there's the guns. Oh boy. Okay, timeout. He's coming with a charge right now. We need to push back up. And I took out my reinforcements from that location, so I don't have as much to help out to defend here. I'm going to slow things down just while I deal with that, because I've got to, simultaneously, I've got to try and deal with coming after his guns. Gotta be careful Iverson doesn't fire into Carroll's flank. Okay. Two hours to go. His advantage is down to just 2,500 men now. So I've cut his advantage in half. I need to start wiping out a couple of these units altogether. A couple of them are getting low enough on casualties that another volley or two might do them in. But some of them, like Jones, are still pretty big. Smith, if he takes another volley from these Napoleons, he might be toast. I don't know if I wiped out his guns or if I just drove him off. No, I didn't wipe him out because he's only lost 2 guns. Alright, Carol, you got a turn. Come on, wipe out Smith. Ah, he's still going. That's a 2-star unit that's about to cease to exist. Alright, let's go ahead and bring Gavin back. Maybe we'll find those guns repositioning themselves up there somewhere. Alright, Smith finally disappeared. Hour and 54 to go. I just got to keep an eye on that timer so I've got time to go up and take these guys out. But he's got 2,000 men sitting there. His advantage is just 1,700 now. I've lost 1,200 men. He's almost lost 5,000. Oh, look at this. He's charging down in. Wasn't expecting that. This is going to be bad if I don't respond to it right away. I gotta worry here because these guns. All right, let's pause. Now that's why I want to take these guns out, because now I'm gonna have an issue where I'm coming down to meet this threat, and he's gonna be firing into my rear. That's gonna be a problem. But this is where I wish I had at least 1 unit of melee cavalry, but I just can't. I couldn't spare the manpower to do it. All right, his advantage is now just 1,500 men. No. I want you guys firing that way. Yeah, there's the thing I was afraid of, getting rear flanked. I feel like I've neutralized the threat enough. I can hopefully ride back up there and try to deal with that artillery if he doesn't rout me. Alright, Daniel just got wiped out. That was huge. That removed one of his units that was threatening me down there. He doesn't have a lot left up here. I feel like maybe I can shift the 40th Kentucky now. The artillery can help along with Burnside. Alright, come on, Gavin. Wipe these guys out. Alright, his advantage has actually grown a little bit. It's back up. No, I'm sorry. It didn't grow. It's only 700 now. I was thinking it had gone back up to 17. Alright, let's start shifting these guys. We've got an hour and a half to go, so we've got to start making my move over here. Oh, no, Gavin, come on. You got to finish Latimer off so he's not hitting your flank. All right, so there's not really much over here now on Upton. I think we can shift him over. Okay, here we go. No, 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 no. Don't get flanked. Wasn't expecting a melee combat situation up there, but that's kind of what's happened. Let's get those guys dismounted. Alright, we wiped out another unit here. Just about to... Yep. We're within about 80 men of being even now. Start pushing up to the edge of the town here. Oh, he's moving his guns closer. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and pull Burnside back. An hour to go. So now I start to worry a little bit about being able to retake this objective. I outnumber him now. Alright, let's go ahead and shift Carroll over. I have to push these guys back so I can shift the 40th Kentucky Mounted Infantry over this way. I'm also going to start moving my artillery. Wow, look at Upton. 1,000 casualties inflicted. Nice day for him. Actually, I'll shift the 40th Kentucky here. I'll put Carroll up here. And then if I can get Gavin to push Doles out, then I'll have him in some crossfire. Ammo, okay. Ammo's coming. Oh, jeez. I don't have any artillery support yet for defending against a charge like this. Alright, let's pause for just a second and kind of assess where things are. Alright, he's down to just 3,900 men. I outnumber him by 800 now. Got to get the guns over here. I've got to get reinforcements as far as supplies go. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Page is still holding Iverson. These guys are going to be wiped out soon. As soon as they're wiped out, I can probably send another brigade over. All right, let's see if we can hit O'Neill and slow this down a little bit. Come on, Gavin, wipe Doles out. Almost in range to start resupplying these guys. Only a half hour to go. There we go. They're resupplying. Now O'Neill's been routed. Now let's push. "24 minutes. Finally have artillery support now. All right, Gavin's going to get flanked, but not for long. All right, what's happening over here? All right, the objective is ours. So that worked out. I figured if I stayed tight and inflicted enough casualties that I'd have him wiped out enough to where I'd be able to take the objective back by the time it was over. I just didn't think it'd be that close to the end when I did it. Whew, that was an interesting one. Let's occupy these fortifications now. All right, I think that should do it. Should be set up nicely for Gettysburg. Oh boy. So he's down to just 2,300 men now. And that'll do it. Yeah, we're just going to finish that one. I don't want to stick around any longer than I have to there. So there we have it. Even though I was outnumbered nearly 2-1, I still was able to inflict heavy casualties. A little better than 3-1 on the casualties. So we'll take that all day long and twice on Sunday. So let's take a look. Captured quite a few guns, actually helpful guns this time, like these Sharps 1855s, some Napoleons. A lot of these things, I guess, are rifles that we'll turn around and sell. No losses as far as my officers go. Who had the big day here? Looks like Upton killed 1,305 men and a loss of 304. This was the real nice day here for these 12-pound Napoleons. Big day for them. So let's take a look at the situation going into the Battle of Gettysburg. All right, first things first, we've got another career point to spend. I don't see recon additional being helpful there, but we'll see. I don't really need more recruits, but I guess more gold would be helpful moving forward. Because I've got nearly 200,000 men sitting in there. So Gettysburg, obviously we gained 30, so I'm going to have to spend down some of my reputation points. But we're going to take 75 brigades and 3 corps, so I'll have to kind kind of adjust things and get those into 3 corps. But he's only going in with 17,000 men. Of course, that may go up by the time I'm done reinforcing my own men, but I'm going to have a huge advantage no matter what. So Gettysburg's going to be a bloodbath. It should be a fairly easy battle for me, but we'll see when that time comes. We'll be back in a few days with the Battle of Gettysburg. Be watching. Probably either late today or early tomorrow. I should have a channel update with an announcement about what's coming in the next few days. Hoping to do a live stream maybe this weekend, but we'll see. As always, thank you guys so much. I'm about to go over 4,000 subscribers, which, really I've only been active on this channel for about 2 years, and with huge breaks because of my work of not being able to do videos. I never thought it would go that well. I never thought I'd see this kind of support, so I appreciate you. I know that there are channels out there that add that many subscribers per day, but I'm kind of a niche guy with something that doesn't appeal to everybody. I get that. So thank you guys so much for all your comments, all your support, all your suggestions, your constructive criticism. I appreciate it all. We'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.